Long-awaited guidance on single-sex spaces in Britain has confirmed that a service, such as a public toilet or a changing room, must be used on the basis of biological sex. The code, published by the Equalities Watchdog, has been written after the Supreme Court ruling last year, which said the words woman and sex in the Equality Act 2010 refer to a biological woman and biological sex. Alison Holt reports.
Public toilets and changing rooms, vital for many people's busy lives, and now an everyday battleground for what is meant by a single-sex space under equality law. Today, after 8 months of waiting, the government has published guidance which aims to help service providers and associations navigate what that means for transgender people.
If you are providing a single-sex space, that has to be on the basis of biological sex. But what we've also said in our code is that you need to make sure that that doesn't leave trans people without services that they can use.
The guidance has been updated following last year's Supreme Court ruling that in the 2010 Equality Act, the term sex refers to biological sex, not gender. It says in practical terms that means, for instance, a trans woman, a biological male who identifies as a woman, shouldn't use women-only spaces or services. But the 300-page-long guidance, which covers England, Scotland and Wales, also says to avoid discriminating against a transgender person, a third or gender-neutral space should be offered. Campaigners who won last year's Supreme Court clarification on biological sex say this guidance is important.
I'm sure that lots of organisations that have held on to their previous policies have been breaching the law, and that there really is no reason to delay, and that includes both employers and service providers. This code is about service provision, but lots of employers have been holding on to their old policies and using it as an excuse.
But trans rights campaigners say it is marginalising trans people who just want to get on with their lives.
It's going to have an impact on my day-to-day life and my ability to participate in activities with friends in sports centres. I'm having to check restaurants, places, bars, pubs, anywhere I go, see if those facilities I can use. It simply means I can't use the spaces where I feel the most comfortable.
We opened up these new inclusive toilets just after COVID, and what we wanted to do...
At the Watershed Arts Cinema in Bristol, they already have toilets everyone can use.
So for this, it means that we have floor-to-ceiling cubicles, so you can really have a moment of privacy within them.
They pride themselves on being inclusive for trans people, but the chief executive says the long wait for guidance has been confusing, toxic, and any changes needed will be costly for some organisations.
Whether you're a charity or whether you're an arts organisation like us, there hasn't been really clear guidance on what to do. And of course, really, the law hasn't changed for people like us, but the level of confusion has been really dangerous.
The government describes the code as practical and proportionate. There's separate guidance for schools. Alison Holt, BBC News.